and welcome everyone today to Only's 18th park run.
On every Saturday at 9 o'clock in the morning. Get out, get some fresh air, clear your mind and just have a little run.
Any injuries, if you report it to one of the people in bibs, we'll sort you out.
Just keeps your mind active and just get a different sense of achievement once you finish the actual race.
3, 2, 1, park run!
A familiar sight every Saturday morning, a free 5k run at a park or playing field near you.
Hundreds of thousands of people take part every week. It's something I like to do myself. And the benefits are well documented. It improves your mental health, builds a sense of discipline, creates a sense of community. But this particular park run is in an unusual location.
Because this is HMP Onley, a men's prison in Northamptonshire. And for the first time, we've been allowed to bring cameras in.
It's quite competitive here, isn't it?
Oh yes.
Have you ever beat the governor?
No, too scared to.
John is serving 14 years. He only took up running inside and told me of some of the benefits.
Obviously you're stuck in a confined space for 24 hours a day and it's enough to send you kind of insane.
Yeah.
That's why things like these park runs and obviously the gym keeps your mind active and keeps you going.
For James, it's about self-discipline and a chance to reflect.
It's nice to get away from all the concrete and that, forget where you are a little bit. 3 weeks before I was banged up, me and my girlfriend had a daughter, so I've got a little 7-month-old daughter that I need to get out back to.
The government's own research has documented the positive impact of events like this, but across the custodial estate there are only around 20 held every week. It takes resources and our prisons are almost full, whilst the service has struggled to recruit and retain staff. It's a point I put to another competitor, the Justice Secretary Alex Chalk, who joined us for the run.
Listen, I'm an ingenue, I'm a novice. I'm new to it, but I'm a complete convert.
It's so good because exercise is massively important to rehabilitation, to prison rehabilitation.
There have been some concerns, though, about prisoners being locked up for 23 hours a day. Even in this prison, there have been issues. What are you doing about that?
So the critical thing is ensuring that there are enough staff in the prisons, because it's if the staff numbers tick down, that's when the regime gets restricted, and that's a real concern. And you've got a lot of staff leaving. And that is a concern to me, which is why we've accepted every last penny of the independent pay review body request for pay. That's point one, and point two, the attrition rate is dropping.
But all of this takes investment, and in the autumn statement you know that prisons are facing real-term cuts.
The amount being invested into the prison service overall, with £4 billion, is the biggest investment in the prison system since the Victorian era.
But in the autumn statement...
But just so in terms of the money that is going in, and by the way, that's not just building new prisons, although that's important, it's also investing into the existing estates.
I'll do another lap.
Mr Chalk wants to see more events like this to help reduce reoffending. But he's the 11th Justice Secretary in 13 years. Will he get the chance to see his reforms over the finish line? With an election round the corner, some of his ideas haven't gone down well with right-wing factions within government.
But there are some in your party who say that you should be talking tougher. Your reforms were criticised by some in your own party.
No, of course, but I'm prepared to take on the argument. It's not about being wokey or soft on criminals. Let's run decent regimes, let's rehabilitate people, let's do sport as we're doing it now. And instead of just being an irretrievably bad person, they can be a person who did a bad thing.
It's hard work, isn't it?
Yeah.
8 more laps to go.
John told me he's well aware that some, including the victims of crime, may feel uncomfortable with talk of opportunities for prisoners. But as he reminds us, most men here will one day be released back onto the other side of these fences.
The punishment is coming to prison. It's being away from your family, not being there like your kids' birthdays and stuff like that. That's the punishment in itself. It's just doing all these little things help you keep going. Just doing your family proud.
Organisers are hoping to introduce more park runs within prisons, as long as the funding is available.